Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. This is going to be a super fast introduction. We're off to a Malthouse factory or warehouse, and we're going to check out two houses on the same property. Please enjoy. Now, some people might know this place, and some people might have no idea what this was. I do believe there was a distillery either in the building in front of me or the building to the right of me. But they are segregated by a fence. And I am aware that the chap who once owned it had an employee that I'd spoken to, and I've forgotten his name. And they were very much into art, and they had a lot of, like, if you've ever watched that show American Pickers, that's what they had here. And they had to move, and they did, to a new location, and I guess they already have. I spoke to this guy about, it'd have to be a year ago, who was like the caretaker. And I've come past here again, it does look like they have moved, because there was a lot of vehicles here, a lot of industrial stuff that was quite unique, and to some people very beautiful. Other people might just call it junk, but to some people actually liked it. And there's nothing in these sheds. From my understanding, and look, my memory isn't that sharp because we didn't have that long a conversation. The guy was who was the caretaker, he was terrific. He was offering for me to come another time and to go around and document the place with all the antique cars. So they did have a lot of antique cars here, and a lot of industrial stuff, just industrial stuff in general. And no one actually lived in these two homes, but this is where he resided. I guess he had his cup of coffee and whatever, but I don't think he lived here. So we'll see what's here. We'll go into this first one. And yeah, no, this is all set for demolition. Yeah, so this had to be kept vacant. So here we go. We've got the kitchen here, front lounge room. I would say, even when I spoke to this guy a year ago, this was purely a, well, there's something here about Lisa, and we won't say any more about that. Bedroom. So what, we got one bedroom, two bedrooms. The bathroom is being done up, to be fair, so there's every chance that maybe he was living here as a caretaker to the chap I spoke to. As you can tell, what sort of gives me the impression that people were living here and all that long ago is the PowerPoints. So if you can find the PowerPoints to a place and they look quite modern, then it sort of suggests that the electrical side of things was undone. So that's the first home, nothing much to it. It's not a glamorous house at all. It is falling apart, and it was falling apart when the guy was here. But as I said, I don't think he actually lived here. He just, looked out for all the stuff that this other person actually owned. Quite a lot of stuff, and even though I mentioned that they were, to some people trash, it was worth money, even in scrap metal. And they had some quite nice, unique cars. So here we are, house number 2, very similar setup. And as I've said, all the stuff that they have has been relocated. So I can only imagine this is all being demolition or set for demolition. Yeah, it's the same sort of setup, bedroom. This is where the nice timber bathroom was next door. This one is probably pretty much how you would have seen it when it was first built. So there you go. Bedroom there. Kitchen. PowerPoints. Yeah, see, this house has got the old-fashioned circuit breakers and stuff, so I doubt this was ever powered up. Outdoor laundry, I guess, with the troughs. Yeah, this has all been left open. we'll go out the back. So there's the two homes that are at the front of the property. And there is some really nice, I don't know if you call it graffiti or art or an etching or something, but I'll show you what I mean. So here we have a corrugated shed. Now this was, as I said, I could be totally wrong, but I believe one of these buildings around here was a distillery. It might be this one or it mightn't be this one. Now, this is called the Malthouse. Now, from a distance, it looks like it's been engraved into the building itself, like it's been chiseled out. But when you get closer, you realise it's really good artwork. Now, that's the sort of graffiti I don't mind at all. It's got a 3D effect, yet it's not 3D at all. And I do believe from when I spoke to this chap over a year ago that the actual owner was some sort of educator and was teaching like graffiti art on a commercial sense to those who are interested. Can't be 100% sure, but I believe that's what he actually said. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So everything's open. Before I even got in, I yelled out to make sure if there's anyone here that is it okay to do it, but since there's no one here, we'll continue on. Yeah, this is something industrial in here, but it was more just a warehouse and a storage area. So this is huge, this area. I'm hoping this comes through the camera well, but this is a huge space. It wouldn't surprise me, back in the day they had rave parties here. That's a pretty good sign up there with the Castrol. Someone's done that professionally. That looks really good. The rest of the tags and the graffiti, not so much. Maybe that's where they practiced, not sure. But the Castrol sign looked really good, and the Malthouse sign looked really good. So you've got a mezzanine up there. So just going by that sign, Malthouse maybe, some tanks up there. I don't know if you can see them, if it comes through well. It's pretty dark in here, but hopefully this camera I've got will pick it up. A lot of pigeon poop. But wow, it's a big space, it really is. So here we are at the outside. So this must be a loading area for trucks. No, for trains. There's tracks here. So I guess back in the day, there's a train line through here. And here we go, some really good graffiti or murals. So that's terrific. That deserves a big tick. There's another one there. So it does make sense. I think what this guy told me is where they taught some kids who are interested how to do murals. Sort of rings true. So you got those two. They're terrific. They really are. There's more up the top. I'm not going to go up there. If it's not too windy, I'll throw the drone up and around. But yeah, it is quite windy, so I'll give it a go. But we'll still do our little walkabout. So so I think that's the boundary of the property where the stuff will get sold. So anything on where that bus is onwards, that's someone else's property, I'm guessing. But it very much looks like the stuff that this guy had on his property too. So I'm not sure. As you can see, there's buses here. I'll show you down the back here. Maybe the drone will pick it up if I can get out there. Yeah, see that does look like the stuff that was on this side of the fence. So I can only guess that whoever's owned this has sold this portion and he's kept the other portion for himself. So we've got two giant tanks here, not sure what for, but let's check out some of the graffiti or the murals. Graffiti has sort of a negative connotation, whereas murals, I think, doesn't. So that's pretty good. A big eyeball. Let's go around to the other side. So here we have what appears to be it would have been nice to see what that mural was. It looks like maybe an African or even an Aboriginal chap, but it's been hit by the other graffiti. So there you go. So that's the Malthouse area. If anyone's interested where this is, I guess the only giveaway I'll give is it's down Geelong Way. If you check out the background, it might give you more of an idea, and I'll leave it to your skills of trying to find out where this is. On the top there you'll see Corio Maltings. Check out in here, but obviously everything's been removed. When I came here a year ago, there was just stuff everywhere. Another little sort of a shed, a holding shed, or a storage shed, I guess, for something. We'll keep going. So there you go. So just so people are aware, obviously right there is somewhere where you don't go. It's high voltage, keep out, it's quite clear. Over there where the fence is, that's another business and another property, so you don't go there. I can see surveillance cameras on those buildings, so I would suggest that you only look here. Providing that front fence is open. Now, when I got here, the fence was, or the gate is totally open. There's no locks, no signs to suggest you cannot come here or try to bang on someone's door to say, can you have permission? So therefore, if you do decide to come out this way, or you know where this is, if those signs are up saying trespassers prosecuted, and the doors are locked, you cannot force entry onto any property, because then you're going to get yourself into trouble. Once again, look at that, that's a beauty. Now that I've retired, it's funny how you notice things like trees that you would never give a second look at. So there you go. I'll go to the front, get the drone, and let's see if she doesn't get blown away, because it is quite windy. I'll do a few shots of the very front of this place. So there you go, there's the two houses with the factories behind me. I don't know if you can see in the distance, a very large chimney. That is not part of the property that I've just been in. And once again, I just want to reiterate, do not cross that boundary. I remember talking to this guy a year ago, and he said they're pretty aggressive when it comes to people on their property. So just bear that in mind. Now I've just come back into the property, and look, I'm hoping, but I could be wrong, is this Felix the cat, which is a pretty old cartoon, which might give away the age of the person who's drawn it. But it looks terrific. This is on the back of the two tanks, or the two, I think they're concrete, yeah, they're cement tanks or concrete tanks. So I'll go get the drone now. I just wanted to get that because I saw it in the distance and I didn't get a chance to videotape it. So we'll go get the drone now, and I won't go too high because I think the wind's a little bit too strong, and I'm noticing that even the pigeons are getting tossed about in the air, and they're only taking short little distances from tree to tree. It is getting late, it's after 7 p.m, so I guess the birds are calling it a day and looking for somewhere to perch for the night. So here we are nearing the end of this video, and I do apologise again for the wind noise. If you did like the video, by all means click on that like button or that thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing doesn't cost you 1 cent, helps out the channel immensely. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day.